to the channel. Welcome back to Riley's World, guys. Welcome back. It's been a while, right? I know, man. I know, guys. It's been a while. Apart from me having some issues with my channel, you know what I mean? And I went ahead and deleted some stuff from my channel and mess up my algorithm. You know, so apart from me having those issues with my channel, Tottenham went and got the better Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? And that makes me even feel worse. Realist family, what's up? That makes me even feel worse. You know what I mean? So I haven't been in the best of spirit uploading and stuff like that, but hey, I'm back now. I'm shaking all those off. So things should be different. Going forward, we should be alright. We should be getting it together. So I would like to welcome you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for being here. We have lots to talk about today. You know what I mean? We have a lot of catching up to do. We have a lot to talk about. Quite a few stuff going on. You know what I mean? We are from the transfers to Arsenal. I even hate to say the word losing against Tottenham. I ain't gonna lie. Losing against Tottenham. You know what I mean? From all of that, you get what I'm saying, to Liverpool trying to build a team that's a beast or something, you know? But lots to talk about, guys. Very, very lots to talk about. As I said, I'm your host. My name is Riley. The channel name is Riley World. What's the aim? My aim is to give a voice to the voiceless. You know what I mean? Persons who nobody hear, but guess what? They have an opinion about the game. You get what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So we're just trying to make sure that, hey, we do our best we can to spread the game, the voice of the game, so persons can see and persons can have an opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm trying my best to push across opinions. You know what I mean? Because we're not there. We're not the ones playing the game and stuff like that. So we are really opinionated. It's the way we see the game and what we think is our thoughts. You know what I mean? It's our thoughts. That's why we call Riley's World. You know what I mean? It's our world. We just, you know? Right. So guys, let's talk firstly. What are we going to talk first today? Okay, let's talk about the Tottenham game first. The Tottenham Arsenal derby friendly in Hong Kong, right? We went all the way to Hong Kong to play a derby game, right? Derby friendly, you know what I mean? It was a rough game. It was like a Premier League game. We got to see the debut of Gyökeres, you know what I mean? G14 got his debut, so we got to see him actually run out in the Arsenal shirt, you know what I mean? That was a good look, you know what I mean? That number 14 shirt suits him, you know what I mean? It fits him. He looks good. We're just hopefully keeping our fingers crossed that we can get him knocking those goals, you know what I mean? Even surpass the person that turned that shirt into a legend. Who knows? You know what I mean? We're looking forward. We'll take whatever we can get, you know what I mean? But that shirt has been iconic for way too long, you know what I mean, by Thierry Henry. So I know even him don't mind somebody else putting some different records on it. You get what I'm saying? So he got his debut. He ran out for the first time in an Arsenal shirt, you know what I mean? It was a strange game, you know what I mean? It was a game of, I mean, the neighbors won, you know what I mean, from one of Raya's silly mistakes, always behaving like he's like a sweeper, like he's the last man before the keeper, you know what I mean, and always way too far down the pitch and he got caught out, you know what I mean. Was it a foul? Who knows? It might have been a foul. Hey, piano lover, what's up, man? What's going on, my bro? What's going on? We're talking football today, you know what I mean, talking football today. Yeah. So Raya got caught out, you know what I mean, from a ball way out. Fun with the Rileys. Big up yourself. You know what I mean? And that was what decided the game. You know, that was what decided the game. A ball, which is typically could be a foul, but it doesn't even matter to me. You know what I mean? Because Tottenham ain't supposed to be beating Arsenal. I don't care what nobody want to say. That's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? As an Arsenal fan, Tottenham ain't supposed to be beating us, bro. I don't know. It is what it is, but it's a friendly. You know what I mean? It's a friendly. So I'm still not really down. I'm still not really, you know, in a horrible mood. You know what I mean? Even the loss because it's a friendly. Piano, how are you? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know what I mean? Just catching up on some sports. I've been over the other place for a while. You know what I mean? Going over tonight again, so I know I'll see you later. Yeah, but I'm just catching up on some sports now because I haven't been over here for a second. You know what I mean? Just been through some down times, but it's time to rise up again. Yeah, man. So, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, it was a foul. You know what I mean? And it was what it was. You know what I mean? You have a few bright sparks from the game. The game was pretty much dull to me. You get man saying the most entertaining part of the game was I think the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes when dowman came on. You know what I mean? The last 10 minutes when dowman came on, I mean like that kid is something special, bro. That kid is something special, I swear. And he lit up the place. You know what I mean? Everybody was excited to see Gyökeres. You know what I mean? Everybody was excited to see him. I think he probably only got 2 touch of the ball. You get what I'm saying? I think he probably just got 2 touch off the ball in the entire 10, 15 minutes that he was on the field. You know what I mean? It's full of energy. He runs around a lot and so forth, you know, but that caused us to be looking. I'm looking at the game now and I'm wondering, how is Arteta gonna play to Gyökeres' strength? Because we are a tiki-taka ball playing team, right? Gyökeres is a runner. You get what I'm saying? And if a team sits back on us, how does that suit Gyökeres in the game? You get what I'm saying? And it's just a lot that we're starting to look at and starting to explore our weakness and our strengths now. You know what I mean? I'm looking at some different stuff as well. Who is more suited to play with Gyökeres? You know what I mean? Martin Odegaard or Ichan Wanere? You know what I mean? And I think that's really a strong debate right there because when you look at Ethan Wanere ball game, you know what I mean? Ethan Wanere ball game is pretty much direct. He's a goal shark. He gets the ball and he wants to go forward. And I think that's the same mentality that Gyökeres has, and that's the same mentality that Zubimendi has. You get what I'm saying? It's those kind of mentality. That's the same mentality Saka has. That's the same mentality Ben White has. Because we all know that Ben White is attacking wing back. That's what he must be. You know what I mean? Because he plays better attack than he defend. But we're looking at the entire squad right now and we're trying to analyze how to put this squad together. You know what I mean? We have a lot of talent. We have some players now. We bought in 6 players. Yes, we only bought in 2 starters. So most of them are backup. But we still need to do some more business in the transfer window. You know what I mean? Guys, let me know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Who do you want? Who do you think we should bring in next? Because we really do need to bring in somebody over that left wing because we are weak. That's our weakest side. When you look at the game, I mean, like when Saka got the ball, you have 2, 3 players always on him. You get what I'm saying? 2, 3 players always on him. So if 2, 3 players always on him, that means we must have person that have space, that are free. Now, if we get someone over on that left-hand side that is as devastating as Saka, you know what I mean, or even more, they ain't gonna find time to double team him up. You know what I mean? Because they don't have to worry about 1 person or more. They don't have to worry about 2. You get what I'm saying? So it's I mean, like we have a lot of players, but our team is not yet complete. Our team, I think we still have 1 or 2 missing piece of that puzzle to complete this team. You know what I mean? And we all waiting and waiting to see what gonna be the situation with Eze. You know what I mean? We really waiting and looking forward to see what, because Eze will be a good proper additional to our team. You know what I mean? Um, 1 year we didn't get a game. 1 year we didn't get a game. I don't know if the coach doesn't trust him or because he has started the first two games and Odegaard pretty much played the entire game. These are still preseason and these are still friendlies. You get what I'm saying? So I think I think the coach still need to have an open mind, of what his team should look like. I think the kids should have gotten some game time. You get what I'm saying? But 1 year still didn't get a game. Dowman did. And that was nice to see Dowman running out on that pitch and doing what he does. Dowman, he wasn't as devastating as he was in the Newcastle game. It was a more physical game, this one. And so, but he did play well. He's a talent. He's a talent. He's not scared. When I say he's not scared, I mean like he's not scared to do nothing. He takes on any and everybody if he has to. And that's a lot of confidence. That is a lot of confidence for a 15-year-old. When I look at that kid on the field, I'm like, yo, are y'all sure y'all know this kid age? 15 years of 15-year-old playing football like he's in his 20s, like he's already it. But yeah, he got some game time. Reece Nelson got some game time, and Reece Nelson to me was one of the best players on the field. Reece Nelson played better in I think 15 minutes that he got than Martinelli all 60 minutes or something like that. Martinelli is really tiring me out. Gabriel Martinelli is really tiring me out. I ain't gonna lie. He's not kicking on from 3-4 years ago. He's standing still while everybody else is moving. Leave him. I know he has a lot of potential and he has a lot of talent. But what's the use of having talent if you can't use your talent? Gabriel Martinelli is really frustrating right now. You get me? And I'm not really one down to saying, yeah, sell him. But guess what? If that's the case for us to get in somebody better than him right now, I'll say, hey, sell him. You get what I'm saying? Sell him. Saliba. I don't want to forget. Saliba was Saliba, pretty much. The Rolls Royce of Arsenal defense. Right now, that's a Rolls Royce of all defense. He was Saliba. Ben White had a good game. Ben White is getting better and better. He's moving from strength to strength. And I'm looking at this team and I'm looking at their fitness. I know that they're moving up, And that's what we want. We want a fully fit team to start the season because we're going up against Manchester United. And it's my opinion again, guys. I think those are the two biggest clubs in England. Y'all can fight me later, but that's my opinion and that's what I said. And I said it. Arsenal and Manchester United, those are the two biggest clubs in England. I don't care what nobody want to say. That's a fact. Anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, so we are moving in the right directions. To me, we had a step back when we lost to the neighbors. That should never happen, no matter under what circumstances, right? But it's just a friendly, as I said, and we're happy that it was just a friendly and we can just move on from it and look forward to the league. Christian Marquis, so we'll get his name right, don't worry. He got his debut as well. He looks okay, he looks good. We ain't see much time yet. We ain't see a lot of time yet, but trust me. Yo, what's up? You didn't show up today for the stream. Bro, you didn't text me, bro. You know the thing go. You have to text me and let me know what's up. We need to talk. We ain't talk about topic. We ain't talk about nothing. We just don't jump and do stream. We gotta know what we're doing. We gotta know what we're doing, man. You know what I mean? How was the stream though? Was it good? Was it solid? Was it solid? But I just got in from work though. I just got home, so I just jumped on the stream because I haven't talked to my people for a second. So we're catching up on things to do, or things that's going on in football world and Arsenal world. You know what I mean? Oh, that's nice, man. Solid. That's nice, man. That's nice. That's it, man. Growing from strength to strength. That's what we need. You know what I mean? We need to just keep on growing, bro. We are small YouTubers, and hopefully we can be the ones that's traveling on these tours when the team is going out on tour and representing. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's see. As I said, bro, text me, man. Text me. You know what I mean? Let's talk. So yeah. Dowman is moving from strength to strength as well. You know what I mean? The team was solid overall. You know what I mean? I can see where, as I said, it was just a friendly game. You know what I mean? So losing to them wasn't a big deal for me right now. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna be more into the last two games in England. You know what I mean? I think those are what the Emirates Cup, the last two friendlies. So I think I'm gonna really pay attention to those more, because after those two games, then we're moving into the league. You know what I mean? And if there's one thing you want to do is start out right. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to lose the first game, because then you're playing catch up, and that's not what you want to do. That's not. We are very predictable. That is correct. We are It's not that we are predictable. You have some of the players that are very predictable, and that's the messy part of the situation. As I said, I love Gabby. You know what I mean? Martinelli, I'm a real fan of Martinelli. You know what I mean? Because I remember when Arsenal was down, and it was him and Saka that helped put us up. You know what I mean? But everybody has moved past him, and he's one of the weak link of the team right now. You get what I'm saying? He's one of the weak link of the team right now. You know what I mean? Trossard is a good player, but I think we need to move on. You understand what I'm saying? How is it that we have a player that we're trying to sell in what's his name? Reece Nelson. We have a player that we're trying to sell in Reece Nelson, and he came on for 10 minutes and was almost the best player on the field. Can you imagine that? Almost the best player on the field. So these are the things that we're talking about. We're talking about making the right signings to make the team better. You know what I mean? We need proper signing. We need a proper left winger. And I'm not talking about Eze, man. Eze is a bonus for us. You get what I'm saying? And they did say that Eze is different from the left winger. You know what I mean? That's the thing. We normally always play from the middle. We normally always play from the middle. All the teams for the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years, our midfield is always our best playing. You know what I mean? But what's going on now? Long balls, wide balls. You get what I'm saying? It's not the Arsenal way. You know what I mean? And we need to come back to our identity, man. We need to come back to it, because we know who we are. We know who we are. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm looking forward to actually 2 more signings, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I need 2 more signings. I need Eze and a winger. You know what I mean? I need Eze and a winger. Whether that winger wanna be Rodrigo, you know what I mean? Or Rafael. I don't care which one of the two, but I need one of them. You get what I'm saying? And Eze. So we're looking kind of shabby right now, because I don't know if it's just because it's preseason and we still need to get in some more practice, get in some more game time, get in some more fitness. You know what I mean? But it's still. You know what I mean? As I touched earlier on, guys, Gyökeres. Who is the better 10 behind Gyökeres right now at the moment? You know what I mean? Not in terms of the better baller, but the better baller who suits Gyökeres. Because we ain't gonna go through all this trouble to buy this guy and we don't put the proper team behind him to back him. You get what I'm saying? And we have to take out big names out of this now. So we ain't gonna say, oh, guess what? Odegaard is a captain, so you need to start. No, I don't want it to be like that. I want the best player to play. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing where Ethan Vaneri is really showing himself as an attacking threat. A real threat. You get what I'm saying? And I would love to see more trust put in Ethan. I would love to see them trust him some more to do what he need to do. You know what I mean? Because when I watched him against, was it Newcastle or AC Milan? You know what I mean? One of the two. You get what I'm saying? His attacking sense. Now, imagine he's a runner with the ball. And Gyökeres is a runner with the ball and without the ball. So imagine you have persons just keep on pressing a team. Just like Max Dowman. Max Dowman is a runner with the ball. These are persons who we need to fit inside the team. You know what I mean? Our persons like them. We need to be attacking. When these players get the ball, they go central and they attack. You know what I mean? That's how we play. That's how we play. It's not the Arsenal way to be kicking ball all over the place and jumping up and down trying to win balls and all of that. We play ball on the ground and we devastate players like that. You know what I mean? So we need to get back to basic. We need to get back to our roots because we were thrown off by Tottenham physicality because they wanted the game to be like that. You know what I mean? But it's whatever. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let's talk about Richarlison. Sending Big Gabby. Sending Big Gabby is man of the match. Is man of the match in Hong Kong. For what? What did he get man of the match for? For creating that foul that led to the goal? That's what he got man of the match for? Gotta be joking. They gotta be joking. Big Gabby responded to him in sending him 3 man of the match against Tottenham in the Premier League. You right? In the Premier League. But guess what? It's a friendly rivalry and I like it. So we're gonna see this continue in the league. You know what I mean? But you know what I love about this rivalry? It's a striker and a defender. And we are the better player. So we have the better player. So let's see who gonna win this battle. Right? Let's see who gonna win this battle. It's gonna be a battle to watch for the season when we play Tottenham. I hope both of them fit. Because I really do hope Richarlison fit. Yeah man, we ain't scared. We are the Arsenal. What do you think? Yeah man, we are the Arsenal. You know what I mean? But as I'm saying, we do need a solution for that left wing. We do need a solution for that left wing. That left wing is weak right now. You know what I mean? And when Gabby's on the left wing and Gabby get the ball, you know, one person went out to him. You know what I mean? When Saka is on the right and Saka got the ball, 2, 3, 4 persons going at him. You know what I mean? So everybody know who the danger is. You know what I mean? And it's gonna get frustrating. It's gonna get frustrating. You know what I mean? So we need strength right around the team. We need everywhere in the team to be as solid as the right and as the defense. You know what I mean? We need that consistency in our players so we can move as a team. Because if we decide to attack on the right, we're strong. If we decide to attack on the left, we're strong. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that strength right around throughout the pitch. You get me? That's what we're looking for. You know what I mean? We mentioned earlier on, so let's go back a little bit more on him. Dowman. Could Dowman be a secret weapon for Arsenal next season? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody want to know much about him. You know what I mean? This little 15-year-old came in the league, taking the league by storm right now. At least in the preseasons, he's taking on the preseason like he's trying to make sure that he tell the coach, hey, look at me, take a good look, make sure that you remember me when you're picking this team. You know what I mean? Because trust me, he's exercising his muscle out there. You get me? And with a talent like that, even though it is 15, what do you do with it? You get what I'm saying? What do you do with it? Because in order for you to nourish a talent like that, you gotta play him. You gotta give him game time. You get me? You got to give him some game time. Not even some, a lot. Look at Yamal. He is a monster. Why is he like that? Because Barcelona trust him and they play him. You get me? If Dowman is playing better than those persons on £200 a week, £200,000 a week, then guess what? Bench them and play the kid. You know what I mean? But I really do think this kid is gonna make a difference in the Arsenal team this coming season. Because we all see it. We all been seeing it. You know, we've been hearing about it since last year before we even started to see it. So we're really looking forward to it now because we've seen it on the pitch now. We are excited. You know what I mean? We are excited. Very, very excited. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to give up player ratings today, you know what I mean? Because, as I said, it wasn't a fantastic game for me. It really was not a fantastic game for me. It was just a game that I think the neighbors wanted to win more than us. You know what I mean? I think they wanted that momentum. And I think they deserve it anyway, because guess what? We pretty much didn't turn up. You know what I mean? We weren't aggressive enough. We weren't fluent enough. There was a lot of things that was just lacking. Just lacking. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can make a difference and fix those stuff along the way. You know? But am I satisfied? No. I'm not satisfied with where the team is at right now. You know, I'm not satisfied, not even a little bit to where the team is at right now. Because we still need more preparation. It seems like we need more time to even prepare because that performance against Tottenham was horrible. I'm not going to say it. That was horrible. The only way we beat Manchester United with that Tottenham, unless it's just the same Manchester United of last season, we might stand a chance. You know what I mean? But if Manchester United improve a little bit, any at all, that's not going to go up against them. That's not going to go well with them. You get me? So, yeah, I'm not. I think we need a couple more signings. You know what I mean? I think we need Eze. You know, that's a different threat from what we have as well. You know what I mean? Different threat from Odegaard, different threat from Ethan. And we need a Raphael or we need a Rodrigo. That's a different threat also from the wing. So, you know what I mean? We need to hurry up and get started out our outgoings and finalize the team. You know, finalize the team. That's what we're really looking forward to do right now. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in the comment. As I said, it's been a rough journey with my channel for the past few weeks. You know, it's I don't even know what to call it, but I'm back now. I'm trying to make sure that I build it back. You know what I mean? My channel went down, my algorithm went down, everything was just crashed. Right, but I'm here trying to be consistent again, trying to make sure that we push it up, trying to give you all the content, try to make sure that we stay consistent with what's going on in the Arsenal and football world. You know what I mean? We also have different news to talk about. We have the likes of Issac to talk about. Issac to Liverpool is getting very closer. I think 110 bid was rejected today. You know what I mean? So we can expect the second bid to come anytime soon. You know what I mean? And we Issac to Liverpool, that's very devastating. You know what I mean? Because this is a team that just won the league. The team that just won the league and still strengthening. You know what I mean? That's ambition. You get what I'm saying? That's ambition, and that's where we need to be. We need to put our money where our mouth is. You know what I mean? And back this manager and back this team. You get me? So Isaac to Liverpool, I think that's gonna happen, guys. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. Um, he wants Liverpool. He wants Liverpool only. So it's a situation like with Yakaris and Arsenal. Arsenal are nothing. You know what I mean? For Isaac right now, it's Liverpool or nothing. You know what I mean? And if Isaac leave Liverpool, that leave Newcastle short. Get me? So Newcastle now is trying to get Benjamin Sesko, but they're not alone in this race. Manchester United is also trying to understand the situation of Benjamin Sesko. You know what I mean? Benjamin Sesko as a gentleman release clause or gentleman agreement, I should say, with Leipzig that if a club that he likes or appreciated is after him and he wants to go, they will lower the price. Now, that gentleman agreement didn't come out when Arsenal was after him, and that gentleman agreement didn't come forth still now that Newcastle and Manchester United is after him. Bear in mind, I don't think Newcastle need a gentleman agreement to sign him. You get what I'm saying? Newcastle have money to sign him. My understanding is that they told Sporting that they are willing to pay whatever they want, and they told Shesko that they are willing to pay whatever he wants. So I think Newcastle is very much on it. I think Manchester United is very much on it because they're using their inside link, I think, as far as the Red Bull group is concerned, to try to push that over the line for them if the player would choose them, right? So I think those two are going at it to try to sign a striker for this upcoming season. You know what I mean? Um, let's talk about a former Arsenal player. A former Arsenal player in Ramsdale. Oh, guys, Ramsdale has been on a journey. Ramsdale is now a Newcastle player. You know what I mean? After being relegated again. Ramsdale has been relegated once again. And he has been promoted into the Premier League from relegation once again without his team. He's a lucky player, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I guess his talent kind of speak for itself, you know what I mean? Because Ramsdale is a good keeper. Everybody know Ramsdale is a good keeper. We're not going to go around that. Ramsdale is a decent keeper. I think he really just needs stability, and he needs backing. You know what I mean? If Newcastle back him, I think they're going to have a fantastic keeper. You know what I mean? Because Ramsdale is a good keeper. So Ramsdale is a loan deal. It's a loan deal with obligation. Or no, it's not obligation. It's a loan deal with an option to buy. You know what I mean? So if he shines, he's gonna make it permanent. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a good move for him. You know what I mean? I think that would be a really, really good move for him. So I'm wishing him, I'm hoping the best for him. You know what I mean? I want to see him succeed. Just not when we play against him. You know what I mean? I wish we score a lot of goals against him and then he just save every goal from everybody else. Just wishful thought. You know, so I mean, the transfer window is eating up. You know what I mean? Chelsea signing a lot of players doing what Chelsea do. You get what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Tottenham signed a new midfielder today. And, you know, so everybody's getting in their bits and pieces of their puzzles together, you know what I mean, to make sure that they're ready for the start of the season. You know, so we are hoping that Arsenal can finalize their bits and pieces as well. Because come on, man, the season is starting in 2 weeks. We need to get Eze over the line, and we need to get that left winger over the line so they can fit in with the squad, be a part of the squad. You know what I mean? Madueke still have not yet joined up with the squad. You know what I mean? So we need all of this is what we're looking for. We need the squad to come. We need to see the full squad. We need it. We need to understand what's going on with the squad right now. You know what I mean? And we need an answer or a final signing, one or two, however it's gonna be, right? Yeah, guys. So that's my 2 cents on what's going on with Arsenal. You know what I mean? And the overlook that we're looking over on the other teams, their purchase and what they're doing in the market and all of that. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a fantastic season. I think it's going to be one of the best seasons this season. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the best seasons because there's a lot of strong teams. A lot of strong teams. You know, before I go, let me touch on the coach. I think Arteta need to understand how to manage this team properly. I think he need to understand when he needs to do and when he needs to do not. Because if this is a friendly and you already gone 45 minutes, 1 goal down, and the team is not playing good, why haven't you made some changes? Why you wait so long to make your changes? You understand me? So it's a lot that I think he still needs to learn, and when he does, I think he'll be fantastic. But if he doesn't, and if he doesn't hurry, I think he's gonna lose out on a lot. Right? He needs to learn to trust the players that he have and play them. You get me? He needs to learn how to do that. He needs to play the players that he have. Right? With that being said, he's the coach. We're still 100% behind him because we are the Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. We are looking forward to the season. Guys, thank you for staying here with me. Thank you for being here with me. Right? As I mentioned to you before, this is Riley's World, and this is your host, Riley. Right? It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Thank you guys for making it Riley's World. We will see you again tomorrow. We appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you guys.